Good morning, January 11th, 2018. This is about 7:20 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to get started with the Bitcoin. 2 days ago, when I spoke of Bitcoin, I said if long as price continued, as long as the 16,750 held, then price would continue lower, and I warned of any buying at the moment. At this point, just based off of the support and resistance levels that I have here, price is most likely going to fall below here. It's probably going to come more towards the 10,000 area. So as I squeeze my chart, you can see that I have support levels here at the 12,000, at the 11,700, at the 1150, and at the 10,550. More than likely, if price continues to drop, because ultimately, in order for it to be a good buy signal, price will need to break 15.5, but it also has to break this particular resistance level of 1675 with a bit of impulsiveness, so with a bit of volume back to it. I don't see that. I don't see that currently. Um, I think it still has some consolidation and some room to the downside. So if we look at it on a little bit of a larger time frame, this is a 4-hour chart to where I said, let me see, this is 60 minutes. So let me go to the 4-hour. The top here is wave 3. Now, it was two ways to count this from an Elliott wave standpoint. The low where my A is at here could have been wave 4, which basically meant that this would be the start of a leading diagonal, which this would have been the 1, this would have been the 2, my B would have been the 3, but this can't be the 4. This went a little too deep, so that's not the case. So most likely we are currently in an ending diagonal, and this is the B, and now you have you're basically going to have a 5-wave move down that should fall below the A, which will be below 10,000, and it will be wave C. And then from there, that's when you'll start the move that will go above 20,000, which will go above the 5. Which will go above this 3 at my top. I'm also currently working on another platform so that I can actually get into some more technicals other than investing.com. I actually found something that's a little bit more accurate and closer to Coinbase. So give me a couple of weeks to kind of understand that platform before I start posting in there. So moving over to Bitcoin Cash. Let's see where we at. So 2 days ago when I spoke of it, today's 11th, so the 9th. It's basically the support here of 2180. Yeah, 2180 held. The price came just shy of it, and as you can see, as price started to move up, the other support line started holding, and once it broke through the first resistance, then technically it would have been a buy signal to either here or to here. Now that this particular resistance level here was not touched, it came shy of it by several points. Price fell back down. But in this situation, I do believe it's most likely I'm not trading this yet. I'm still trying to understand the whole cryptocurrency thing, so I'm just charting it and using it for this channel. So once I actually do go live, most likely it's just going to be in the Bitcoin BTC, not the Bitcoin Cash. But it's still good to just test my support and resistance levels to see how well they hold. I would look for a move back to the downside to try to see if it will test this support level again of 2350 or 2360. And if not, if it comes in this range, then you should see a long. That's most likely going to, this is probably going to go above this high and find resistance near 3050, 3045. So that's that. Highly unlikely to happen between today and tomorrow. Holiday is Monday, so the market may be open, but it's probably going to be relatively slow. So we'll look into that next week. And finally, the update on, oh, I got stopped out. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't get stopped out. So 2 days ago when I spoke of the euro, I actually took the vast majority of this trade here, but I missed a short. So I think I got another 70 or 80 pips on this particular move up. I waited and I got in a little too early at 1966. I was expecting price to find a bit of support here, and it didn't. It found more of its support here. So what I did is I put my stop at the next level of support, which was 1905. Price actually found support closer to 1930, and I was down about 30 pips last night, and then I got up to about a little over 80 pips, with the exception of this particular move to the downside that's current. But it is possible that 120.25 will hold support, and we'll see prices go above or closer to the 2105 range. If it breaks the 2105, the next level will be between 2150 and 2170. And if it helped, I can actually turn these, I'll turn these green so that you can see that this is where we're going to start to see a bit of resistance. I'll just turn that one green for now, but at least that's what you can see. So I had this one green once price went down, and once it broke it 2 days ago, that's when I went long. So I took majority of this bar. But this happened throughout the middle of the night, and I didn't wake up to go short, because what would have happened was I would have saw that 120.25 held, and I would have waited for pretty much this particular close here, somewhere at 120 even, and I would have took it short. Once price found, but what I did is once it came in between 1970 and 1950, I was expecting this to hold, so I went long at 1966, and it got me about 30 pips down, but my stop was way here, so no biggie, and it went up. So now currently, to lock in these pips, I will put my stop just under the support line of 120.25, just in case you get a little bit of slippage. It does break it. What I've noticed with these support and resistance lines, it either goes close to it or it goes just above it, one of the two, or just below it. So and then it turns around. So like, for example, here, as you can see, this 119.50, it kind of held, but it did go about 20 pips below it. So if I would have put my stop here, I would have got stopped out and missed this entire trade. So all I do is just, for the safety of losing a big trade, I just put my stop here, because I already knew from the previous day that price found support at 1916 several times. If you look at it on the Elliott perspective on a larger time frame, then clearly it's either a 1-2-1-2 count, or This is the top of wave 3, and this is wave 4. This still can be wave 4 because wave 1 is right here. So price couldn't have went to 1903. However, this is most likely the 3 here, the 4 here, and then the 5 of 1, and then you have another 2, which is 0.618 at 1920. As you can see, the Fibonacci held perfectly. And then now you have the 1, 2, and then you're working on wave 3, most likely, that has to go above 120.90 and into the 121 range, which is why I don't see price going below 120.20 as of yet. But at the end of the day, you never know. This is trading. This is the markets. Anything can happen, which is why I raise my stop and take profit. I don't want to take my profit too early because I am expecting a move above this high. So either way, until prices does go above 120.90, I'll keep this as it is, and then I'll just update the rest of that later. I hope this helped. Any questions, just leave a comment. And if you don't fully understand these support and resistance levels on how to take the trades, also drop the comment, and I'll do my best to try to explain as best as I could. Happy trading.